guys, so I wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about intermittent fasting because I've actually had several people ask me about it in the community, at school, and just around. So I thought I'd hop on here and just talk a little bit about it, maybe clear up some questions, and give you some advice. So what is intermittent fasting? First of all, it is an eating schedule. And actually a lot of people that join the Passed Away think that's going to be the hardest part. I can't skip breakfast. And it's an eating schedule. It's not about eating less. It's about eating your food in a shortened window. It actually, you're probably eating right now, you probably eat dinner 6 or 7 o'clock. That might be your last bite, and then your first bite is probably, 6 or 7 a.m. So you're probably already doing a, 11 or 12 hour fast. So while you're sleeping, your body is working to digest your food. So your body's actually working really hard to digest your food. So by giving it an extended window to digest your food, it is able to burn through more of that food and not work as hard, because then it's always in the feeding window, and so it's never having any time to completely digest all your food. So a shortened window of eating would look something like a 16-8 hour, 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating. So for instance, I usually try to stop eating around 6:30 or 7, and then that way I eat breakfast 16 hours later. So I take my last bite at 6:30 or 7, and then I try to start my first bite at 10:30 or 11 the next day. Is it always perfect? No. Sometimes it's 14 hours or 15 hours, and sometimes it's 18 hours. Okay, that's the biggest thing. You cannot be a failure with this. There's not one size fits all. I do try to go for 16 hours. And I've been doing this for over a year, and now it's like second nature. Like, it is no big deal. And I think that's what scares people the most. They're like, oh my gosh, I have to have breakfast, or I have to have protein right after I eat, or right after I work out in the morning. But that's not true. If you are feeding your body, so eating all of the food in the 8 hours that you are eating, then your body has enough to burn through to last that whole 16 hours plus even more. So what do I eat during that 16-hour window? Let's talk about what I drink, because I don't eat anything. So first of all, very, very important to drink lots of water, especially during that fasting window. I always drink one full cup of this water in the morning when I wake up, and then I have my coffee. So what we go by is not more than 50 calories in your coffee. So black coffee is the best with stevia. In fact, let me grab my stevia. Sorry, I meant to have this out before. So I use the stevia liquid drops. They're very tasty, just for a little bit of sweetness in my coffee. And then you can either use nut pods. They have different flavors. Or I just use coconut almond milk, not coconut almond creamer, but coconut almond milk in my coffee. My husband just drinks his black. I usually have 2 or 3 cups of coffee because I teach kids, and sometimes the third one's decaf. But I try not to make all of those coffees more than 50 calories. You don't want to have anything with fiber. That's definitely going to break your fast, or other sweeteners. Anything with sucralose, the Splenda, the Sweet and Lows, all that stuff, that could possibly break your fast. The really only true way to know if your body is fasting is to buy a glucometer and test your glucose levels. But we've been doing this for over a year, and we've seen the benefits. So what are the benefits, and why is all the buzz right now about intermittent fasting? It aids in fat loss. Okay, it's definitely going to help with fat loss. It's going to help your digestion. I mean, you guys, it really helps with the digestion. It's been proven to help with brain health and autophagy. If you don't know what autophagy is, it's basically cell regeneration. So it's giving your time. Again, your body is being able to self-heal. Those cells are having time to regenerate. It's even been proven here lately to help with cancer. So specifically in the reoccurrence of breast cancer, if you're a breast cancer patient, they're saying that at least a 14-hour fast could help with the reoccurrence of breast cancer. So that's really cool. It's gonna help with your skin. It's just got lots of benefits. Again, the digestion part is the best for us. I mean, it's fabulous. You don't have to do 16/8. There's other types of fasting. There is some people do 2 days of fasting, and then eat the regular 5 days normal. Some people try a couple days of 20-hour fastings, and then a 4-hour window. So there are many out there. If you're going to experiment with it, let me make sure and tell you that there are some mistakes that you can make. So make sure that you know you're not a failure if you can't make it the whole time. That's number one. Make sure you drink lots and lots of water. I said I try to drink at least 2 of these during the fasting window, and then I probably have another one. So I try to drink at least 3 or 4 cups of water a day. It's a good goal to try to drink half of your weight in ounces per day. Make sure that you are eating enough. That's the biggest problem that I see, is when people try to fast and they're starving. You shouldn't be starving. You might get a little hunger pain, but usually your hunger pain is a sign of thirst. So if you get a hunger pain, try drinking some water, and usually that will help curb your appetite until it's time to break your fast. So I find that people aren't eating enough. It actually, when people join the faster way, they think, oh, fasting's gonna be the hardest part. And I find that the hardest part is for people to eat enough. So another problem is, back to not eating enough. If your body is not eating enough, then your body is going to be in fight mode, okay? So it is going to be holding on to every bit of the food that it has because you're not giving it enough. And when you give it enough and it has time to digest it, then it just all works beautifully. Make sure, some people think that, oh, I'm fasting so I can eat anything I want during the 8 hours. Okay, that's not gonna work either. So you don't wanna be filling up on junk food. You definitely wanna be filling up on the good food and eating enough of the good food. Another thing that people, is the over-exercising. So intermittent fasting is a stress on your body. And then if you are over-exercising and under-eating, you are creating a disastrous zone for your metabolism. Okay? Your body is not gonna know what to do. Okay, and when you get stressed, your cortisol levels go up, not cortisol levels go up. That's gonna increase that belly fat that none of us want. Okay, so we already have enough stress in our life, so let's not put a stress on what we're eating and how we're under eating, the schedule we're eating, and the amount we're trying to exercise. Okay, that can definitely cause some results that you are not wanting. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to the gym an hour and a half a day, I'm trying to reduce my calories, and I'm doing this fasting, you're just causing your body to not know what to do. So it's confused and it's just gonna hold on to everything. So that's where I can come in. I can help you. We can teach you all of these strategies. We can teach you how to intermittent fast successfully. We can help you figure out the right amount of food and the right amount of good foods that you can eat. If you've been watching, we eat so many carbs, and it is amazing the difference that we have felt. Even Neil was reading about some fruits that are just help you sleep. I mean, the sleep is fabulous. The digestion is fabulous. It's just when you give your body the things it needs, it works better. So again, this intermittent fasting thing is the buzz right now. So if you've been wondering about it, hopefully this will help a little bit. They don't recommend you trying it on your own. Make sure you can have somebody that you can ask questions to that kind of knows what it's about. But again, you're not a failure if you don't make it to the 16th hour, and make sure you're eating enough during your eating window, and you should have some success with it.